Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me to learn more about STEM majors that can make the most money. And I'm Tina Rong, Assistant Director for International Recruitment at Franklin College in Indiana. So first, you got to know what is STEM. And STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So STEM is not just, um, these different areas. It's also a teaching philosophy that's gonna integrate all like a science, technology, engineering, and math into one uh, program. So like across out, no matter you are studying math or computering or biology, chemistry, or engineering program. So you will all take like several math class, you will take several, different related class. So it's all crossing out all your, the program you are gonna take at a university in the US. And the STEM major is really heavy on math and science. So definitely we need you to have a really good math, especially math background. So you're going to be pretty good at math. And it requires a lot of work and a lot of study and a lot of creativity and also critical thinking. That's also very important. And so what will you study in STEM major? So just like any other major, during your 4 years here, in the first year, you probably gonna take some general courses and math, English, even art or history, something like that. But then for the major you are gonna pick, let's say you wanna major in biology, and then you'll have a lot more biology courses you need to take during your sophomore, junior, and senior year. And these are the STEM major list. So you can ask for different schools, and some schools have different majors like us. We don't have astronomy, we don't have earth science, but definitely we may have several classes related to earth science. And definitely, if you are looking for a very specific major, go to the booth and then look at the major offering and look at the course description, see if that's something you are interested. And also, during your study in the US, it's not just those courses are important. And also, you're gonna take you will have internship opportunity and relative learning. Let's say do some undergraduate research or like have some lab work, and also networking opportunities, and which can or maybe some programs prepare you for graduate school if you are looking into getting into graduate school after undergrad. And another most important thing is also your professional development throughout your 4 year, because most of students still want to find a job after they graduate. And so what can you do with a STEM education after you graduate? And here are the some in-demand career in STEM major or STEM field, and like a software developers, computer system analysis, or engineers, or nurse, and even you're just a data analyst, or like an economist. So these are all the different career or different field you can go into. And the pay salary, the starting salary is like already 60,000 based on, what kind of job you might getting into. And definitely a lot of the job is highly paid. And during your 4 years here in the US or study in the institution, you're not just learning for those coursework or your lab work. Of course, like time management, decision making, creativity, and critical thinking, communication skills. These are all very, very important, which can really help you getting a job after you graduate. And here is a little bit introduction about us, Franklin College. So as you can see, we have about 1,000 students on campus, so not that big. And actually, our international students represent 21 countries. So the information on here is false. And we are the map here is the map of Indiana. So Indiana is in the Midwest of US, which is very close to Canada and very close to Chicago. We are only about 3 hours drive to Chicago, 20 minutes from Indianapolis, which is the capital city of Indiana. And our average class size is about 15 students. So the professors can get know you very well, and you have a lot of opportunities to build a closer relationship with your professor. And because a smaller size school, we only have so many students and we have such a low student to faculty ratio. So most of these, like in your high school right now, probably you have more than 11 students or more than 15 students in one classroom. So that's why in your college, during your college first year, you will be very easy to transit from a high school student to a college student, because each class size is all about like 15, 20 students, and it's not like public schools. So if you go to a state school, a public school, or large institution in the US, each classroom is about 100 students or 50, 60. That's most of the case. And I used to study in a state school in California, and one classroom was like 100 students. By the end of the semester, professor don't remember my name, and after class, I want to ask some questions. The line was always super long. And before it got to my turn, next class already came in. So you really don't have the feel like you can have a closer relationship with your professor or really know the professor well, or have the professor getting to know you. But here at Franklin College or smaller size liberal arts school, the professor really knows you by name and also knows you very well. They make good recommendations for you to some internship site, and also make good recommendations for like where you can get a job and those kinds of things. And our professor even still keep in some contact with some of the international alumni. And for all the STEM majors, we're offering like in computing, biology, math, and chemistry. The ones with underline here, that means that could also be a minor. So next, we're gonna break down into different majors. First, computing. So computing at Franklin College, you really have the very advanced technology here. We partner with Microsoft, and we have Mac Lab. It's all MacBook, and also you're gonna study with a professor who 100% of our classes are taught by professors. 80% of these professors have a PhD degree. And so it's not like a large institution, some big schools, because there are so many students, so many classes. So a lot of classes are taught by teaching assistant. And those teaching assistant, actually, they are students. But here is definitely all professor taught, and your experience is not just within the classroom. Outside the classroom, you are gonna do internship at at, some of our students did internship with Facebook, FBI, Goldman Sachs, One America, and other software companies. And after they graduate, as you can see here, we have a student working in Facebook, and actually that's in our international student working in Facebook, and work in some big international company like Eli Lilly, and also American company like Cummins, which is like you probably don't know about the company, but a lot of things in your household, you are using their products like a toilet paper. And Geico, which is like an insurance company, but like with computer science, you can do a lot of things. And please go check out our booth and check out the website. Go click on the major, learn more about the major, and learn what the students say about their experience here and what do they learn during their 4 years here in computing major. And for our biology major, actually biology, and actually, I'll go back and just add one more thing. Our math and computing department won a national award in 2019. And the next year, 2020, the school who won this national award was MIT. So I could say our computing program and math program is as compatible as MIT. For our biology program, that's another one of the most popular majors at Franklin College. So because we are so close to Indianapolis downtown, there's a lot of hospital, pharmaceutical company, and healthcare systems. And so a lot of our students can find internships and job opportunity right after graduate. We have an awesome lab, and you definitely, if you visit campus or just do the virtual tour on our website, you can see what's inside of the lab. You're gonna fall in love with it. It looks super awesome. And so outside the classroom, you're going to do internships. And then these are just some of the professional network opportunities like our students do. We also have kind of like a small conservation on campus. So you will have the opportunity to get hands-on experience and really study in these different fields. And after graduate, there's a lot of career options. Our students have worked for like Eli Lilly, which is a big international pharmaceutical company, and like these medical companies, even in the zoo or like some laboratories. These are all very, very good companies or organizations to get a job at. And for our math majors, so you're gonna, as I mentioned previously, math major, that's also another one of the most popular major at Franklin College, and it's as competitive as MIT. You're gonna have a lot of study, and also don't just think, oh, math is just all gonna be a lot of calculation, a lot of work, but also your pay grade will be really, really great as well. And for our students who majoring in math, and a lot of them also do a minor in business, because that's really gonna help you, get hands-on experience, and also do case study and do internships, help with the clients, and also just solve like do data analytics or different kinds of internship opportunities. And we have a data showing 90% of our math majors since 2010 secure full-time employment or went to graduate school within 6 months. And especially students, with math major and maybe like a business minor, and like the job placement rate is about 98%. So absolutely you can find a job in the US. And later I'm going to talk about more like doing OPT or CPT internship opportunities. Here are just some of the math majors partnered, like they did internship in Salesforce or FBI, Lincoln Financial, One America, Cummins. They are some big companies, and also most of the those jobs will be like a data scientist or business analyst or data analyst, and the pay starting pay salary is about 65,000. Yeah. And here are the chemistry major detailed information. There's a lot of uh, undergraduate research conference you will be able to go to present, and also you will be doing like some lab work and doing undergraduate research with your professor. Right now actually we have international students doing undergraduate research with their professor, and that's really like I think right now um, it's a student from Vietnam. Um, she mentioned she's like she's been doing with the undergraduate research project with her chemistry professor for a long time, and then it's pretty fun subject, and also you have the opportunity to present your research or your project during like a national undergraduate conference. And here are some of the internship companies our students work at. And these are big, you know, laboratory or hospital, pharmaceutical companies, and even just the different companies. And our biology program in chemistry and other science program really helping students getting jobs or going to graduate school. Our students have a 85% of medical school acceptance rate, which is twice above national average, and 100% veterinary school acceptance rate. And for those graduates, they probably, you know, work in the field of chemical research, computer science, engineering, environmental analysis, and even, you know, pharmaceutical sales. If you want to work for sales, and then definitely get a minor. It's very common for students to do minor or double major. And next, oh, sorry. Uh, so here is a little bit information about us. Here's our ranking. We actually 1 year we ranked the #1 liberal arts school in Indiana, and also the National Liberal Arts College, we ranked like 136 according to US News World Report. And we offer a lot of scholarship opportunities for international students. So the academic scholarship, which is merit-based scholarship, is from 16,000 to 21,000 per year. And we the academic scholarship is going to be based on your high school GPA. Let's say you have a GPA of 4.0, so you're going to get 21,000 per year. So if your GPA is like 16,000, 3.0, so you will get 16,000 per year. And also we have this Ben Franklin full scholarship opportunities for students with a GPA of 3.8 and above. So you will be able to have an interview with a professor, have an interview with admission counselor. So we just want to be make sure you are the right fit for Franklin College and you can be very successful here academically, because STEM major really is a lot of study, a lot of lab work. and you have to devote a lot of your time in your study so you can be successful. We require a GPA of 3.0. But let's say if your GPA is below 3.0, like 22.5 to 2.9, we can still work with you. And then probably you want to submit your SAT score or SE recommendation letters, things like that. So we can consider you. And so for our admission requirement, 3.0 is minimum. We are test optional, so you don't have to submit your SAT or ACT score, but we do encourage you, especially let's say your GPA is above 3.8, and then you want to compete for the Ben Franklin Full Scholarship. So you will need to submit all these like we encourage you submit SAT, because that way you can be easily to stand out, um, among other students. Will send you the invitation to compete for this full scholarship opportunities. We also have a lot of internship and partners, as you've seen on the previous slides. And also we have study abroad opportunities. So each year we send students to Europe, Latin America, Africa, and different places doing like a study abroad. And sometimes you're gonna have a project or have some assignments with your professor. The one faculty member will go with you, and one a staff member will go with you as well. So you're not just there to be a tourist. One of our admission counselor went to 3 different countries for the study abroad programs, and which is quite awesome. And most of the time, these study abroad tuition or the cost is already included in your tuition, but definitely depends on different destinations, and also how long you are staying there, maybe 1 semester, a few weeks, or even a full year. The cost is different as well. And um, so next, uh, if you have any question, please feel free to put in the QA or the chat, and I can any question you may have. So here's my email address and WhatsApp. Feel free to add me on WhatsApp or email me if you have any question or if you want to apply. And I do have few questions to ask you. So first questions, please put your answers here, and then I do want to see what program you want to study. We also have very good engineering program. Our engineering program is a cooperative program with IUPUI, Indiana University of Purdue. So you will get your master's degree in 5 years, like 4 years at Franklin College, 1 year at Purdue University. So Purdue is a bigger school. So that's like you definitely get the opportunity to study in a smaller size school and also a big size school. So, and a lot of students, like I can't say your job is guaranteed, but you have a very, very high chance to get a job. And I'm gonna give 1 more minute for this question. And I think I might skip 1 slide for the oh, here, yeah, sorry, I think I skipped this one. So this is the OPT or internship opportunities you can get with STEM major, which is also very beneficial for international students, especially for students, who want to get a job in the US or maybe do some internship in the US and then go back to home country, to work in some big companies. And studying STEM majors can basically make you have the opportunity to work in the US for 3 years after you graduate. So all international students will be on F1 visa. And for STEM majors, you will be eligible for OPT. And normally OPT is just a 1 year or 12 months for all international students. But for STEM majors, there's going to be a OPT extension. So the extension is another 24 months. So which means, after you graduate or even before you graduate, 1 semester or 2 semesters before you graduate, you can already start your OPT. Basically, you need to find an internship company, or like us, our professors gonna recommend you to some internship site. And you do the internship with the company, and you're gonna be on an OPT. So your F1 visa, you are still under F1 visa, but like definitely your I-20 will be updated, and it's a little bit slightly different. Once you finish the 12 months, and if the company is still willing to, sponsor you or having you there doing the internship, you can do another 24 months with the company. With 3 years experience in the company, most of the time you will be able to get a position at the company. You'll get a job opportunity. So these stamp extensions is like any majors involving research, innovation, development of new technology using engineering, math, computer science, or natural sciences. So basically, all the majors we just discussed is all STEM majors. And we also have a lot of minors you can check out on the website. So the first poll question, here's the result. As you can see, most of students want to study chemistry. And then number 2 is biology. And then engineering, computer science, IT, yeah, kind of like computer science as well. And math is another great good one. So we offer all of these programs. Please go into our booth and then check out the flyers from different majors, and also go to our website and look at the major details and also what students say about their study here. And I have another question. So if you are looking into graduate STEM majors, here are some of the majors we offer. And please feel free to put your answers in here. And if you are not looking for a graduate program, that's okay. You don't have to put it in. And we also have a medical technology program. That's the cooperative 3+2. You are getting a bachelor degree and a master degree at Franklin. You're getting a bachelor degree at Franklin College and a master degree from IUPUI, Purdue University. So that's very cool as well. And also, so this one, the answer is all like all others. So it seems like we are all looking for undergraduate programs or other Master of Science programs. And my last question is, which year will you graduate from high school, or which year did you graduate from high school? Please put your answers here. And at the same time, next we'll have a Q&A session, and feel free to put your question in the chat, and I can answer all the questions you may have. Okay, I'll share the result here. We only had a few students fill this one out, but like seems like most of you guys are okay, already graduated from high school. or like there's few seniors and even freshmen. It's always, for the student who already graduate from high school, or you are in an undergraduate program, you can definitely transfer to Franklin College. We accept up to 90 credit hours. The total credit hours for finishing your undergraduate is like 120. And we definitely need to look at your transcript, your course description, and we can do the transfer credits. And for seniors out there, you need to apply now. So the earlier you apply, the more scholarship opportunities you have. If you apply too late, a lot of these like scholarship or opportunity we already given out. So let's say last year I had a student, um, international students applying in July, but he wants to get in August. That's impossible because you still need to think about you need to get your I-20 and do your visa interview. That's gonna take almost a month, the farthest. So you really need to apply as early as possible so you can have a lot more time to get your I-20 ready and also get into different kind of scholarships, applying to different scholarships. Um, and here, there are some questions. And what is the tuition per year? So as I mentioned, we offer 16,000 to 21,000 academic scholarship, but the tuition is about 35,000. So if every single international students will get a scholarship at least 15,000, even let's say your GPA is 2.5 or 2.9. But if your GPA is 4.0, you are getting 21,000. That's more than half of the tuition. And except for your tuition, you also need to think about the room and board and other costs like books, transportation, those costs. So room and board is about another 10,000. And for international students, we really encourage you like submit your transcript early. And then if we see, oh, you can compete for the Ben Franklin full scholarship, and then we're gonna send you the invitation. So you have the opportunities to do the interview, maybe get extra scholarship, or we have other scholarship offering like a art, music, theater participation scholarship. So it's just like as long as you want to be involved, help with a band, help with art, music, theater department, and then you can get these extra scholarships. And also, of course, you can do some research online. Most of the time, uh, you may need to write an essay for external scholarships, but never pay money for applying for scholarship, especially for like any scholarship from online. And also a lot of time, especially in STEM major, and there's a lot of like additional scholarship from the department you're gonna study in, and also from like outside companies like Lilly. That's a big company. They offer some scholarships for domestic students, and also you may get other scholarships from your home country, especially maybe some like a woman in STEM or girls in STEM, because we really highly encourage you to get into STEM field. And any other questions? Well, it's great. It's great session. And if you have any more questions, feel free to email me. Here's my contact information or WhatsApp me. And then I hope to see you in my booth and answer any detailed questions from there. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina. That was very helpful. And I'm sure everyone who came out got what they were looking for. And as she mentioned, you can check out their booth over in the exhibit hall. Have a good one, everyone. Bye
Thank
now.
you. Bye.